Hello and welcome everyone, I am Ducky O'Brien, and today I'll be going over a game called Redeliver. Redeliver was developed and published by Nyfarious, and it was released onto the PC on May 10, 2021. The current MSRP is 99 cents, you heard me correctly, it's $1. As always, the release dates and platforms and pricing may vary from region to region. Anyways, I want to get into it. A developer or publisher, they're seeing people, I don't know if it's like a one person development team or not, but they emailed me and asked me to cover the game, so here I am. I'm covering the game. I will cover any game, or most games I guess, if people just send me an email, because it's my goal to increase exposure for smaller titles. But yeah, the one thing is, like, if someone sends me like a link or like a file, I'm a little hesitant because it could be malware, you know? So if it's like a Steam key, I'm okay with that. But if it's anything else, anyways, this is a point and click adventure. I do like the art style. So, your dad is some sort of scientist, your mother's a nurse. Okay. Here's sort of like a layout of the place. Okay. So, most of the interactions, like, you know, for traditional point and click adventure, you're kind of clicking through to find items that you can use for puzzles. This one is more like, you just click on it to interact with it. You get a little blurb of text, and then later on, you're looking for specific items. So it's more like an hidden objects type of game. So the red text obviously highlights stuff that's important. And here you can look through. I'm just clicking through to see if I missed anything. Okay. There's an achievement for finding all the books. I beat the game already. I was clicking on everything to get through and get all the achievements. Okay, so your mom is going away for some reason. And then she wants you to meet your her mom, maybe mother-in-law. And then hand her something. Okay. So there's medicine in the box for your grandma. This is Mr. Hayward, the person who runs the post office. Okay, I'm just skipping through because it's my own personal opinion, but I feel like the dialogue in the game is a little bit on the weak side. That said, it's $1, you know. Maybe I'm expecting too much of it, but for me, it feels a little more like it's dumping information as opposed to a real conversation two people are having. Anyways, it's called Redeliver because you're redelivering letters that people either forgot to pick up or they couldn't deliver. So you kind of start out the game redelivering letters, quote unquote. So here's some important information. By the way, anytime you skip through and you want to read something, you can go into history and look at the entire conversation here. So it's very handy. Kind of like a, you know, any graphic novel type of game. Okay. So here, you want to click on the book. It's an achievement, collecting all the books. I can click through this stuff. I don't really care, but I have gaming OCD. I gotta click on everything, get all the achievements. Alright, so this is how you navigate. You have your tasks here, and you have your clues here. So it says Evelyn Genevieve lives around the church. So church is number 4 dots. It's gonna be around here. I'm gonna click on all the other places because there are achievements, and also want to show you guys what it looks like. Okay. So, you know, this is the type of gameplay you're gonna encounter. Take it or leave it. Found a special character. Yep. She lives behind a church, second house from the west, just beside his house. Okay. Ella Basil lives around the house in the south area of the town. It's the last house starting from the east. This one? You know, like, sometimes it's not very clear where you're supposed to go. So you just end up clicking on everything. You can listen to some rumors if you want. Blah blah blah. Okay, near the river over here. Town hall is over here, and factory's number 5, so... Yes, you gotta click on all of this stuff. She lives down southeast of the town, There she is. So, okay, I'm just gonna go through this. Do you need something from me? You're not sent by my stepmother, aren't you? I'm Red. I work for the Royal Post House. You got an unclaimed letter from last month. The Royal Post House redelivered it for you. A letter? Redeliver? I'm afraid that I don't have extra coins right now. The redelivery service is free at the moment. Blah blah blah. It seems like I'm also invited to the upcoming ball in the Highlands. Is there any problem? Are you also invited to this one? I think I'm too young for that kind of event. What's the matter? It's for the prince or something, but that doesn't matter. What caught my attention are the guests. I'm pretty sure royal families will attend. I can try to find a job, even as a maid. Royals pay better than working here in the Wallows. So you're going to the ball? That's good for you, right? I'm sorry to ask you this, but I really want to hear some opinions, even from a kid. I'm that desperate for someone to listen to me. The royals ruined my father's business. He got weak and sick. I've been planning on running away since I heard that my stepmother was trying to sell her land. I didn't expect for it to happen right away. The land got sold last month, and my stepmother took all the coins, leaving me almost empty-handed. I got an offer from the factory. I didn't have any choice but to accept the job. My uncle let me stay in his house. The pay here is awful, but I worked hard and bought a ticket for a passenger ship. I'm planning to go to the next kingdom and start a new uncertain future and forget everything about this place. Seems like you already have a plan, but honestly, I don't want to leave. I grew up here, my parents were born and buried here. I also noticed that my uncle is kind of unwell. This invitation letter, if I attend to this ball, I can find a better job and hopefully buy our land back. I don't know what to do. What do you think I should do, Red? Man! It's like... And this happens in the game quite a bit, where it's like all of a sudden there's like this sob story from a character you just met, and they're like, "Listen, kid, what should I do?" And it's like, "Gee, dude, I don't know. Can't you decide for yourself? Why are you asking a kid? You know?" Anyways, I picked stay here before, because that seems like what the person wanted. And I don't think running away from your problems helps. But since I didn't pick this one before, I'll pick this one and see what happens. Goodbye. And then you don't see the consequences of that later. So like, you know, I would imagine that if she left, things might not work out for her. Or it may. And then, you know, her uncle may get sick and something may happen to him. You know, you never know, but there's really no consequences. I guess you can leave it up to your imagination, you know? Okay, so this guy seems to be really wanting this letter delivered right away. And he's like, ah man, she just started working here. Okay, we're gonna go to a different area and deliver this letter. This dude just comes out of nowhere. Okay, so this guy, this little kid, is like, I need to go ask for coins from my mother, because she used to work and send him money so he could survive. He has 1 coin left. Everything's a sob story, man. Okay. Here's the place we're supposed to deliver the letter. Okay. I said that Jack is my friend. I'll call him my brother for this playthrough. So he's being real suspicious right now. And then another sob story is like, no, it's not that I don't trust you. I know that feeling. When I was a kid, guards caught me for stealing sacks of sugar, which I never did. Which is a weird thing to steal. I guess, you know, if you're trying to sell it, if you're poor, they suspected me as an accomplice. The merchant knows the truth, but he didn't help me. The guards threatened to imprison my father if he didn't pay for it. My father sold me to work for the factory and paid the merchant to avoid going to jail. Mr. Humphreys supplying one of the nearby factories. He asked for some workers and I got lucky to go with him. That went south, but that's why I'm here working for Mr. Humphrey. Okay. Madam White Rabbit. God. Do you believe his story? I said yes, I believe, so I'm gonna pick no, I didn't. Okay, here's another sob story. I talked to a stranger, and then my mother left to get rid of me. During the early drought, my mother asked me to sell her last cattle. I was very upset because of it. I know this sounds ridiculous, but me and my father took care of the livestock. It's my only way to reminisce the memories with my father. Mother is trying to give me instructions, but I didn't listen. I'm just terrified to go alone, confused and upset. When I was on my way, I asked this old man where I can sell the cattle. He told me not to sell it in, and instead he would take care of it. I don't know why I agreed to him. He promised that he would take care of it. He also gave me some beans. Jack in the beanstalk. Anyways, she had to sell the land, blah blah. Now she had to go take a factory job just to make ends meet, and the kid is blaming himself. Okay. Now the guards are here. Let's go talk outside, kids. Royal Guard Scout Unit. So something fishy is happening. Okay. There's another book here, make sure you click that. I haven't gotten all the achievements, there's some secret ones, so I think it's this one, but I'm gonna click on all of them. Or it might be this one actually. Yeah. Okay. Now your necklace is missing, so you have to go ahead and try to meet, find a person in the next city. Okay, so here's the stranger, and then he's like, "Oh look, I'm their uncle," and they just lie so that they can go through. And then he has a sob story too. He's trying to steal to help feed his children. And then it's like, oh, so do you turn him in, tell the truth, and then get him in trouble and maybe affect the livelihood and survival of his kids? He could be lying, you don't know, or you can say you didn't and lie about it. Since I picked it, no, I didn't see him, I'm gonna tell the truth for this one and see what happens. You don't really deal with the consequences of it during the playthrough. Okay. Blah blah blah. Okay. I'm gonna save it because I'm gonna call it quits here. There's another book. Make sure you click that. Blah blah blah. So basically there's like tension building up in this kingdom because there seems to be some wealth disparity, especially with the drought happening. So those who are in the working class don't have a lot of food or anything to eat, and while the rich still have a lot of wealth hoarded, and you know there's tensions that are really high, and that's kind of some class warfare happening right now in this storyline. Let me just exit. So you go to the bar to meet these dudes. I'm just gonna skip through this real quick. So basically what they're saying is they will help them find her missing necklace that was in the satchel that dude stole, and help Jack find his mom. He said that she's wearing the same bracelet that he's wearing. If they help them deliver a letter, because a lot of their guys are kind of caught out in a rough place and they need help. Okay. They're blaming the system. So some sort of type of resistance forming, people fighting for control over that resistance and, wanting to come out on top, etc. So I'm gonna call it quits there. Again, you got this sort of map thingy going on, and you got redeliver the letters. The game is called Redeliver, published and developed by Nyfarious. It's out on PC, and again, the price is 99 cents. It's pretty cheap. But yeah, I find the actual story, like what's happening, to be pretty interesting. It starts off slow, but towards the end, it ramps up, and you're like, oh, I didn't see this coming. And it's pretty good. The only issue that I had, personally speaking, was that, it's delivered through the dialogue, and the dialogue itself is kind of poor. It doesn't feel like people talking to each other. It doesn't feel natural. It feels like it's just an info dump. Other people may like it, but that was just my take on it. I like the actual narrative. I don't like the delivery of that narrative, though, if that makes sense. Alright, it took me roughly 2 hours to beat the game. It's gonna probably take you 30 more minutes to get all of the achievements, 30 minutes to an hour, so you're looking at, anywhere from 3 to 5 hours for your first playthrough and getting all the achievements. Alright, there you have it. Hopefully this gave you guys an idea what the game is like, and hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. That's gonna be it. If you have any questions, I want to end it here before I spoil the ending. If you want to check the game out for yourself, I might have a full playthrough later uploaded, but yeah, I don't want to spoil the game right now. But I gave you guys enough so you know what it's like. Alright, if you have any questions, comments, things you'd like to see it for me to cover, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, hope you guys are staying safe and sane out there. And I'll catch you guys next time.